Your Siberian Husky just positioned itself between you and a stranger. Was that a coincidence, or did your dog sense something you didn't? The answer might surprise you, because what's happening in your husky's mind goes far deeper than simple instinct. Today, you're going to discover the 5 scientifically backed ways your Siberian Husky can detect danger before you even realize it exists. By the end of this video, you'll understand exactly what your husky is picking up on, why this breed has these specific abilities, and how to recognize when they're trying to warn you. Let's get started. Number 1. Their nose can detect chemical changes in your body. Let's start with the most powerful tool your Siberian Husky has, their nose. But we're not just talking about smelling treats from across the house. Your husky has up to 300 million olfactory receptors in their nose. You have about 6 million. That's a 50 times difference. Here's where it gets fascinating. When you're in danger, your body releases stress hormones like adrenaline and cortisol. These hormones change your body chemistry, and your husky can smell these changes. Studies have shown that dogs can detect chemical variations in human sweat and breath that occur during fear, anxiety, or stress. For Siberian Huskies specifically, this ability is enhanced by their breeding history. These dogs were bred in Northeast Asia to work in pack situations, where reading subtle cues from both humans and other dogs was critical for survival. They needed to sense when their mushers were in distress during dangerous Arctic conditions. So when you're facing a threat, even before your conscious mind registers it, your body starts preparing. Your husky smells this preparation and goes on alert. You might notice them suddenly becoming more focused, positioning themselves near you, or even placing themselves between you and the perceived threat. Number 2. They read micro-expressions you don't even know you're making. Your Siberian Husky is watching you constantly, not in a creepy way, but in a deeply connected way. Research from the University of Helsinki found that dogs can read human facial expressions and body language with remarkable accuracy, but huskies take this to another level. Because Siberian Huskies are incredibly vocal and expressive themselves, they're particularly attuned to facial expressions. They've evolved to communicate through subtle eye movements, ear positions, and facial changes. This makes them experts at reading the same things in you. When danger approaches, you make micro-expressions. Your eyes might widen slightly, your jaw might tense, your shoulders might rise just a fraction of an inch. You don't consciously do these things, but your husky sees them all. And because they've studied your face for thousands of hours, they know when something's off. You've probably experienced this yourself. You're feeling uneasy about something, trying to stay calm, and suddenly, your husky is right there next to you, more alert than usual. They picked up on signals you didn't even know you were sending. Number 3. Their hearing detects threats long before you do. Here's a stat that'll blow your mind. Siberian Huskies can hear sounds at frequencies up to 65,000 hertz. You max out at about 20,000 hertz. They can also hear sounds from 4 times farther away than you can. This means your husky is processing an entirely different sound landscape than you are. When someone with bad intentions is approaching, they often move differently. Maybe their footsteps are irregular. Maybe they're trying to be too quiet. Maybe their breathing pattern suggests aggression or nervousness. Your husky hears all of this before you hear anything at all. In their ancestral role as sled dogs in Siberia, this acute hearing helped them detect wolves, bears, or dangerous ice conditions. They'd alert their pack and mushers to threats in the harsh Arctic environment where visibility was often limited. Today, that same ability means your husky might suddenly stop what they're doing, ears pricked forward, focused in a direction where you hear nothing. They're not being random. They've detected something that their instincts tell them requires attention. Number 4. They sense changes in environmental energy and behavior patterns. This one sounds mystical, but it's actually pure science. Siberian Huskies are incredibly sensitive to changes in routine, energy levels, and environmental patterns. This comes from their pack mentality and their history of working in coordinated teams. When danger enters an environment, everything changes subtly. Other animals become quiet. The air feels different. People's movement patterns shift. Your husky, with their pack-oriented brain, is constantly monitoring these patterns. If you're walking in a park and suddenly the birds stop chirping, you might not notice. Your husky does. If someone is watching you from a distance with focused intensity, the energy of that attention creates a tangible shift. Your husky picks up on it. Siberian Huskies are also incredibly aware of baseline behaviors. They know how things normally are, which means they instantly recognize when things aren't normal. This is why your husky might behave completely differently around one visitor versus another, even when both seem friendly to you. They're detecting differences in energy, intention, and behavior patterns that you're missing. Number 5. They have an innate prey drive that recognizes predatory behavior. Here's something crucial to understand about Siberian Huskies. They have a strong prey drive. They're hunters by nature. And here's the thing about hunters. They recognize predatory behavior because they exhibit it themselves. When someone approaches with predatory intent, whether that's aggression, stalking behavior, or focused attention that signals a threat, your husky's instincts immediately recognize it. They know what hunting looks like because it's coded in their DNA. This is different from aggressive dogs who might react to everything. Siberian Huskies are generally friendly and social, which makes it even more significant when they respond protectively. They're not guard dogs in the traditional sense, but they absolutely respond when they detect genuine threat behavior. You'll see this in how they position themselves. A husky sensing danger will often place themselves between you and the threat, stand taller, make direct eye contact, and become very still and focused. This is completely different from their usual playful, energetic demeanor. Their prey drive also means they're constantly scanning the environment for movement patterns. Sudden movements, erratic behavior, or approach patterns that mimic stalking all trigger their awareness. They're reading the situation through the lens of a predator who knows exactly how threats behave. So the next time your Siberian Husky acts protective or alert without an obvious reason, don't dismiss it. They're picking up on signals that your human senses simply cannot detect. Their nose is analyzing your body chemistry. Their eyes are reading micro-expressions. Their ears are processing sounds you'll never hear. They're monitoring environmental patterns and recognizing predatory behaviors. Trust your husky's instincts because they're using thousands of years of evolution to keep you safe. If you found this valuable, smash that like button and subscribe for more deep dives into Siberian Husky behavior. Drop a comment below and tell me about a time your husky sensed danger before you did. I read every single one, and your stories help other husky owners understand their dogs better. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.